I imagine people listening might think, well, none of this concerns me because I'm a nice person and I don't commit hate speech and I like to tell the truth, so I don't share misinformation. I certainly don't cyber abuse people or anything else. And really the common thread through the cases that we've talked about and this whole area of law is that you, the individual, you don't get to define any of these terms. And so what you think in terms of what hate speech is or misinformation is doesn't really matter. You're not the one in power. And so these laws, and all of them, they all carry the same pattern, extremely vaguely worded. They ban misinformation, they don't define it. They ban hate speech, they don't define it. And then we see that these laws are then turned against those who, yeah, they think they're a nice person, but they're the ones on the receiving end of these laws. They're the ones who find themselves with a knock at the door, the police and so forth, saying, well, actually, you have committed hate speech. And so I think that it's a huge threat. It might seem abstract to people because they might think that they're not going to be impacted. But all of that, our cases and our clients that we've seen, these are just regular people just trying to peacefully live out their faith. And they have found themselves in the crosshairs of these laws over a period of time. And so I think it's important to underscore this, that if you're just a regular member of the public just trying to live out your life, that these laws can and perhaps will affect you at some point in the future.
I think it's also important to point out that many of them actually can create convictions or civil penalties if you're just in mere possession of something that a government authority thinks is hate speech. And so if you think about that in a social media world, something comes across your feed and you save it. Or, for example, you forward it on, not thinking it's a funny joke. That in and of itself can cause you to be under investigation. And again, that process is a part of the punishment. We're also seeing that in the United States. California passed a law recently in the election season, essentially saying that if you forward a parody that could harm a politician's reputation, that you're breaking California law by doing that. And so again, this can just not even simply be something that you created, but something you passively received.